Hello and welcome to this video series where we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. And this time we will have a look at Chronicles of the Crystal Mage by ProstoCupOfTea. Well, that's a name. Alright, let's have a look at the description before we jump into the game. A story-based dungeon crawler game made in less than a month, mostly out of spite because some people said that I couldn't. Just as a reminder, the time frame is actually a week, so I hope that this was actually created in a week, and I guess that he's only mentioning a month because people told him that he couldn't. Really advise you to play it whole before judging. Average playtime is like 10 minutes and can be fully played in web, so you know, if you like story-based games, give it a shot. We will play it in a client though. Also, warning, a lot of text. Proceed to game with caution. Well, 10 minutes and a lot of text, I'm not sure how that fits together. If any of the 10,000 plus bugs will pop up on your playthrough, I would recommend reloading. I'm sorry if you are playing in web though. Controls, WSD to move, Q and E to rotate, space to interact. Important! Well, let's see if there's some kind of combat, though this looks like combat. Credits, code and art and music by ProstoCupOfTea, beta testing, beta reading, and moral support by Inkin. Alright. Yeah, so also as a reminder, there has to be combat in the game, otherwise it would disqualify or soft disqualify so that it won't be able to win any prizes. In any case, and now let's jump into Chronicles of the Crystal Mage. Alright, so here we are in the game, and we do not have any options. So let's start a new game. And... ooh. So, let's talk about the... oh, hello there. Well, this is awkward. I was supposed to tell you about the movement, but you seem to figure that out already. So, I am ProstoCupOfTea, creator of this game. This is actually my first game, but I will try to make it perfect for you. WSD for movement, Q and E to turn, and spacebar to interact. So like doors. Go to that door and ask it what it wants. Alright. So... what I meant with ooh is not the perspective or the graphics or anything like that. The perspective is actually perfect. We can see both walls to the side, so we have a good orientation. We know where we are. And we also even can see the floor, so if there were like items on the floor, which I'm not sure there are, we also see that. So generally the orientation is great. The movement is very quick. However, it is very stiff. So we cannot go forward and turn right. It's not doing anything. I can hold the right key when moving forward, but there is a huge delay then. So that could be better. But because it's so quick, it's probably not a big problem, but this is something which could be improved. Now, what I meant with is actually the sound effect. As you can see, I'm playing with headphones. If you are using external speaker, you might not even hear that, but these sound effects are of, let's say, low quality. Either they are low quality or they are incorrectly loaded or something like that, because there is a crackling noise whenever the sound effect starts, then it's played, and then it ends, and you hear the crackling noise again. Yeah, the and then you have the step, and then it makes and then the sound effect ends. And if you are playing that with headphones, that sounds absolutely terrible. So yeah, I would really like that to be changed. And of course some music would also be fine. You got the key. You don't have that with this noise, by the way. This one is fine. Now it's just easy part, find the door. Do you know where the door is? This sounds like an, I don't know, Commodore 64 sound effect or something like that. But it's clear. It's clear. It's dirty, but it's clear. Like this, I don't know, saber-tooth form or whatever. But this has this crackling noise in it. So can we... Ah, this is a painting. So we can actually just go around and look at stuff. Flowers in a vase. One of a kind. Okay. The same here. No, it's simple. Okay, let's open the door. You opened the door with a red key. Yay, so movement is now explained. That is good. Now go fight that mouse for no apparent reason. You know, for education purposes. Alright. Okay, so press space to continue. And we have got music now. And that music is too loud. So let me quickly adjust that. Like this. Okay, that was... Your base damage is 2 now. Okay. Why? Well, let's just assume that it is how it is. And you have 4 elements in your control. Okay. You change them on A and D. Okay. Some elements do twice as much damage as U has. Okay. These elements are red. Okay. But beware, if you lose minigame, then you'll get double damage on that element. Blue elements do half of your base damage. But enemy will attack you for half of its damage anyway. Elements without bonuses, giving full damage and taking half of damage if you win. What? And take full damage if you lose. I think it might have been useful to just have the player fight and then explain what happens, and so in opposed to what's actually happening now, because that sounds so abstract. I have no idea what this meant there. And take full damage if you lose. You can see enemy HP above, and it's type at top right corner. So we have an air enemy. When you will be ready to punch that door mice, poor mice, press spacebar. Good luck. Alright, so it was saying we can use A and D, yeah, to switch around. And some is doing double and some is doing half damage. Half of what? Half of the 5? This is doing double damage because it's red. Let's use the 5. So and see what happens. Should be half damage then, right? No, this is... Okay, let's use air, which is what the enemy is. Oh, okay. We missed. Ah, maybe they wanted to say, like, if we actually hit that thing in the middle. Okay. So we screwed up there, no problem. Let's use the other thing. So this is doing 2 damage. Okay, now I get it. Okay, so you got the battle now. I hope. Yeah, I hope so as well. You didn't just spam 1 element, did you? No, I spammed 2 elements. So this is where your true story begins. Or? Well, would you look at that? The ceiling is 1 block higher. Truly one of the most original thing in all of submitted games. We sure start this awesome game with awesome features, am I right? I do think that this deserves at least a place in the top 100, don't you think? Possible. Okay, so just as a brief overview, there are about 180 games which were sent in I think a few of them might still disqualify, I'm not quite sure, but around 180. So, yeah. Okay, so the progress in this game, you need to open that big red door over there. Okay, that looks more like a screen. Now go on, pull that lever. I sure hope it does something. Alright. But before we do that, by the way, there's a tiny gap between the walls. Before we do that, we will explore this gigantic room. Okay, so there it it has two sprites within each other, but that's also cool. Yeah, very nice art. Yay, you opened the door. Okay, well, that was really anticlimactic. Let me think. Oh, what about more battles? Yes, I can do more battles, just give me a second. So there is a new door in left side of this room. Check it out. Alright. In this room, alright. So, battles are cool, am I right? With each step you take, chance of meeting the enemy increases. Try it. Yeah, battles are cool, but random encounters are not. Alright. So this also has like this double damage thing, but I don't see why we should take any risks. But I also don't know. Apparently... So this is not doing anything. Or do we... I met the middle. At first time it hit, but then it didn't. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's take the other one. That only took half a point. If we click not into the center, then I suppose I did not get the combat. I also don't know about my hit points. I mean, in theory, it might just happen that I'm running out of options here, or I might hurt myself in... So I can't use that anymore. This was a bigger middle thing. You got red key. Oh. I pressed 2 times forward and... Oh, I might run out of elements. It's not doing anything anymore. I don't think that was explained in the beginning, was it? Like how you can only use an element like a couple of times or so. Well, wasn't it fun? Wasn't it cool? Well, of course it was. My first game needs to be perfect. No go back to that big red door. Now, probably. Alright. Actually, that wasn't enough. Yes, that was only a small part of what I need to do to make this. Let's try this new room in front of you. You got it. And it is, roll drums, Labyrinth. I've heard people love labyrinths and enemies. Everything should be good. No boredom. Let's go. Timer starts right now. We have a timer. What? Okay. Let me... Just for quick orientation, because the timer doesn't start right now. It probably starts when I press space. Let me quickly draw a map there. Is that 1 or is it 2 tiles before we meet the left thing? So either way, this is the entrance. And then we have the left. I think it's 1 tile. You can see it's on a shadow on the left. Okay, 1. Then we have the one after that. So we can turn right and right. And we have a block there. And I think there is 1 more. Yeah, you can also see the shadow at the very end of the room. that there's a corner and it's going to the left. Okay, press space to continue, but now the controls probably, the issue I mentioned in the beginning, that might become a problem here. And this is a dead end, okay. Ah, okay, so we got recharged. Let's use this. Okay. So I guess this is our mana. And we must not run out of mana or something. And this one is easy now. Okay. So this is a dead end. And I'm not sure if there's actually a timer. He was probably lying. And I don't think that the labyrinth is actually much of a labyrinth at all. Okay. So 5. We got new mana again. Let's try this first. And this was not it. Okay. This is only 1. Let's... So the base damage... Yeah, okay. Wait, no, you weren't supposed to finish for another 3 minutes. Well, I guess you are a genius after all. I'm waiting you at the door. Okay, so... yeah, okay. I probably would not have needed the map. Okay. No, that's not it. That's not enough. That's wrong. All of this wrong. It's flawed, imperfect, boring. That can't be like that. That's my first game. I can't fail it. Okay. Oh, look. Another room. Yes, I know what players need. Come on, let's go. But... Okay, this... I think you should just go with path. I think you should just go with path. Stealth mission. Trust me, it's gonna be good. Every mice has a plus area where it sees you. So you need to navigate without touching one. Yes. They all say like, oh, way to perfection is through mistakes. Well, wrong. It is littered with them. I'm just cleaning it up. Okay. How are we supposed to go to the... Are they moving? No, they're not. Where is this mouse? I think we need to kill that one. Maybe not. Yeah, it's probably not one tile in a radius around, but it's just directly next to it. No, this was so uninteresting. This is literally the worst room I made. Why? Why can't this just be perfect, or at least just be good? How can I grow if this is my peak? If best in this game is a freaking ceiling. Okay, but now the room is free again. We can leave. Okay, I got it. This should clean all that mess. Boss fight! Final test of your skills and knowledge of the game. You should know what to do. Good luck. So many rooms, so few good ones. And by few I mean none. None of them. Now I have a slight suspicion that my combat system is not so good, so this one is going to be special. I hope I can make it good for you. But this looks like a very intimidating enemy. So, this little guy will change his elements every time. Cool, isn't it? Well, I will try to think something else while we are here. Okay. Yeah, let's just use the air for now. Let's use this one time. And then use this one time. We are not running out of mana, do we? No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe we are. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we might run into a problem here. So I need to use that in order to... What? I get it! We just don't have enough choice! I'll give you more crystals now. Don't worry about visuals, I'll fix it when it will be good. What's that? What the hell? No idea. Okay. That didn't do anything. No, no, no! You can't die now! This is most important part. You can't leave me here! Now, battle again! Okay, we just got new stuff. Okay, okay. Let's use the hard thing. I don't quite get why. No, that fight feels too static. Okay, maybe adding a random element will help. Oh, and while we're here, we can add more variables. This one is depending on last thing that you used. This one is... Wait, why am I explaining all this stuff? If you don't understand, you can read wiki anyways. I think fans will figure out now how these things work, and will write a guide or something like that. I don't know what's changed, but and it might be that some of these rules were already implemented in the previous ones, which was the one which confused me. So I wouldn't be too surprised. New elements, so I need to use this, but it's basically impossible to hit that. Air. Let's use this. And let's use... This is so horrible! I can't. This is... Maybe it would be better if I never made it. I'm sorry. That was a truly disappointment. Maybe not anymore. Not anyone can make something good. Maybe world would be better if some of us never made anything. Maybe world would be better if I never made anything. You can go. Nothing keeping you there now. Are you mocking me? I literally made the worst game imaginable, maybe even in the history of the entire Earth, and you here laughing at me. Why? Why do you keep playing? Nothing is keeping you here. Do you not dislike it? Okay, if you're still here, I guess nothing bad would happen if I give you a proper ending you deserve. Into the light. When evil boss was defeated, hero could finally go home, right through the big red door in the main room. Okay. None of us can create something perfect. Not everyone can create something good. But everyone can create something. And you don't need for it to be in top 100 to be proud. You know, at least I finally finished something. Well, isn't it the most pretentious ending I could think of? Anyways, thanks for playing. Special thanks to Inkin for beta testing, beta reading, and moral support. Okay, bye! And... with that, we finished the game. Alright, well, that was a very cool entry. So, just to go over the couple of points I usually note down for these games. So, regarding the perspective, that was perfect. Well, let's just start a new game here. So, there's a small transition between them, and the times there are perfectly fine. The perspective is cool. I think it should queue up the movement to the right, or to the direction, like if you're turning. There is, like, if you're holding the button, it's doing that, but it takes a long time. So either way, queuing up would be the best option. Then the graphics were, well, rather basic, but pretty cool. I like actually the drawn art here. I'm not sure if this was actually made for the game or if this is some asset stuff. Code and art and music by ProstoCupOfTea. So no, this was apparently made for the game, so that's very cool. That's one thing I would change, is the sound effect of the movement. That sounds just, with headphones, it's horrible. The combat mechanics, I think there might have been a bug which was not, like, stopping you from winning it, but I didn't get why sometimes an element which was not flagged did 2 damage, and sometimes, like the third time, it didn't do any damage at all. That seemed to be weird to me. Maybe I missed something, but either way, I think the combat system was fine. Also, the developer mentioned there were tons of bugs. Maybe there are, but I didn't stumble upon any, besides of maybe there was one in the combat. So, yeah, I think the sound was okay, but could have been maybe better. Like, music overall, not just within combat. And yes, the sound effect there for stepping is, yeah, not great. So that's something, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, that's a jam game, but I'm just saying what I think there. Yeah, the art was pretty good. And the duality, I don't think that the game mentioned anything how it's tackling the topic. So yeah, there wasn't anything special. So I mean, you can always make something up, but like, you are against the dungeon master, the right to do perspectives, 2 perspectives or something like that. But it's definitely not like the greatest implementation anyways. So yeah, not really points on that end. But I think, yeah, and the writing, that's also something, like how much content there is, the content of the game and the writing and so on. And I think that was pretty much perfect for a jam environment. So nice writing, nice length of the game. And yeah, so that was Chronicles of a Crystal Mage by ProstoCupOfTea. And if you want to check it out, then you will find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page. And if you're interested in seeing more videos like that, you can also check out the playlist where you find all the other entries I did so far. Once I publish the video, I will add them to the playlist. And you can also subscribe to the channel, of course. That way you will get notified when I'm doing new entries, or after the jam when I'm doing my reviews and previews again. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.